What is the best way to set an oscilloscope trigger? Imagine trying to watch a moving target that keeps shifting. Without a good trigger, your oscilloscope display can look like a jumbled mess. So, how do you get a clear picture of your signal? That's where proper trigger setup comes in. When you set an oscilloscope trigger correctly, it captures the same part of the waveform every time, making the display stable and easy to analyze. The most common and straightforward method is called edge triggering. This means you tell the oscilloscope to start drawing the waveform when the signal crosses a specific voltage level in a certain direction. You pick the input channel that carries your signal as the trigger source. Then, you set the trigger mode to either normal or auto. Normal mode triggers only when the signal meets your condition, while auto mode keeps refreshing the display even if no trigger occurs. Next, you adjust the trigger level. A good rule of thumb is to set it around the middle of your signal's voltage range, often about 50% of the peak-to-peak voltage. This way, the oscilloscope triggers reliably on the same part of the waveform, whether it's on the rising or falling edge. Speaking of which, you also choose the slope. Rising edge if you want to trigger when the voltage goes up, or falling edge if you want to trigger when it drops. If your signal is complex or has glitches, you can use advanced trigger options. These include pulse width triggers, which look for signals that stay high or low for a specific amount of time, or pattern triggers that focus on particular digital sequences. These options help you catch specific events like glitches, noise, or communication signals that simple edge triggers might miss. Getting the trigger right is essential for accurate measurements. It helps you see repetitive signals clearly, identify transient events, and analyze timing relationships. For digital circuits, logic triggers can sync on specific bit patterns, while pulse triggers can reveal abnormal pulse widths. In summary, the best way to set an oscilloscope trigger is to start with edge triggering on the correct channel. Set the trigger level near the middle of your signal's amplitude, choose the correct slope, and then fine-tune with advanced options if needed. This approach guarantees a stable, sharp waveform display that makes your electrical measurements straightforward and precise.